My name is Atisha Jain, and I'm the founder at Hyperkey Growth Partners. In the last 4 years, we've helped our clients generate over $8 million in new revenue and sign contracts with companies like Walmart, 7-Eleven, P&G, and Blue Origin. We do this by helping you develop a brand new customer acquisition channel that allows you to directly go after your dream customers. In these videos, I'm going to share with you the exact systems and processes that you can implement to achieve similar results. So in this video, we're going to talk about one of the biggest perspective shifts that you can make to positively impact every step of your sales process, be it the number of opportunities you're generating, the number of opportunities that convert into next steps, the number of people that are on the next steps of the proposal or the growth presentation stage that convert into an actual closed deal. All of it will be positively impacted if you're able to make this one minor change in how you position yourself, how you position your solution. And the easiest way to think about this, let me minimize this video. The easiest way, the simplest way to think about this is thinking of it from the perspective of pain versus problem. Now, who is this applicable to? Who is this video applicable to? If you want to grow your business, but your leads don't convert, or the problem that you're facing when it comes to growing the business is that the leads that you're talking to, the opportunities in your pipeline, they just don't seem to convert for some reason. Or if you're noticing that the only opportunities in your pipeline are businesses that come to you and none of them are actually the businesses none of them are your dream clients, none of them are the businesses that you want to be working with. So, you're getting opportunities passively, but you've never been able to go out and get the business that you want on a consistent basis. So if that's applicable to you, this video is going to help you out. Third, if you're in a situation where you just haven't been able to tap into direct outbound as a growth channel. So maybe you've tried campaigns in the past, maybe you've tried doing some sort of direct outbound in the past, maybe your sales team has done it, but you've never really generated enough opportunities from direct outbound. Perhaps because your reply rates were low, perhaps because no one, not many people responded positively. For whatever reason, this video and implementing this perspective shift is going to help you. And then finally, if you did have successful campaigns or initially successful experiences with doing direct outreach, but then you realize that people were coming to you only because you were giving away a lead magnet, or you were doing a free audit, and then they never actually converted into a closed deal, then the misconception, the mispositioning that I'm going to talk about in this video, that could very well be the reason why those deals did not convert. So without much ado, let's get into it. And the misconception that we're talking about here is understanding the difference between pain and problem. So the pain is where it hurts for your prospect. And I'm going to talk about all of this using an analogy of a doctor who's trying to diagnose a patient. So the patient comes to the doctor with a pain. They know where it hurts. Okay, my knee hurts. But the patient does not know the problem. So the problem is why it hurts. Now you go to a doctor, you tell them, okay, doctor, my stomach hurts or my knee hurts. The doctor is then responsible to diagnose what's wrong and then recommend what to do next. So your job as a doctor to your prospect is to identify the problem. The prospect will only come to you with the pain. Now, how is that applicable to you? There are a few things that we need to understand based on this analogy. Number one, the prospect is only aware of the pain. They do not care about how you solve the pain. As long as the pain goes away, the prospect is happy. They do not care about what you need to do in order to be able to solve that pain. So all of your messaging should focus around the pain and not the solution mechanism and not the problem. And I'll give you examples at the end of the video, so that will help you understand what I'm trying to convey better. But just bear this in mind. You want to talk about the pain in your messaging and not the problem, not the solution. Now, how to use this information? Number one, talk about the pain to get the prospect's attention. If someone's hurting, if someone's stomach is hurting, and you go to them and tell them, hey, I have this solution, I have this cure, or I have this new medicine that will fix your stomach ache within two hours within 20 minutes. Would you like to know more? Would you like to try the medicine out? They would be interested. But if you went to them and you told them, oh, I have this new compound, it's been researched for 10 years and Pfizer backs it and this, that. If you told them 20 things about the medicine, but didn't really convey the fact that it's going to help them with the stomach ache, they won't give a shit about your solution, right? So you want to be talking about the pain if you want to get the prospect's attention. And the very first step in the sales process, in any sales process, is getting the prospect's attention. So all of your top of the funnel messaging must speak to the pain and not the problem. Now, once you identify the pain, after that, you build the sales process. So once you identify the pain, once you and the prospect both agree that, okay, this is the pain, now you can ask them questions and you can further diagnose the causes for the pain. You identify the problem, you position your solution as the best solution for the problem. And that is beyond the scope of this video. We'll talk about that in other videos down the line. But that's how you're going to be positioning yourself as the perfect solution. Now, while we're on this topic, let me give you a few examples to distinguish pain from the problem. The first one is, let's say you're in a marketing business, so you're a marketing company, and you're targeting businesses. Let's say local businesses, right? Let's say local businesses like med spas or plumbers or roofers or whatever. Now, when you're talking about these businesses, as a marketing agency, the core service you're offering is digital marketing. Say you're offering SEO, right? And most of these businesses, they don't think they need SEO. They just need more calls coming in. They want their phone to ring. They want more inquiries, right? They don't care how they get those inquiries, as long as their phone's ringing, as long as people are asking for, people are giving them jobs, they're happy. So when you're targeting these businesses, instead of talking about how you could, get them into a 6-month SEO plan and get them to rank on the first page of Google for 5 different keywords, build them backlinks, whatever, all you need to do is tell them, hey, I could get you to, I could make your phone ring 10 times per day, every day, all 7 days of the week. Would you be interested in learning more? First example, talk about the pain, not about the problem. The problem is they're not ranking on Google. That's irrelevant. No one wants to, you can't, like, no one wants to be told to their face that they're not doing something right, because then they'll tell you, I don't care about Google. Like, if you try to point it out to people, they'll say, I don't care about Google, I'm getting enough business. But if you go and tell them that, hey, I could get you more inquiries, they would be interested. So that's example number one. Now, let's say you're a SaaS company, you're a B2B SaaS. That's say you're a CRM. In this case, your utility is that through your CRM, through your workflows, through your whatever systems you've built, you allow better visibility and more consistent follow-ups for the sales team. But if you go and talk to a sales leader and you tell them, yeah, your team, I don't think your team is following up, the sales leader will get defensive. They'll try to say, no, my team is following up, and we're meeting all of our KPIs and you don't know anything about us. And the conversation is closed. Instead, if you went to them and said, we could help you convert more of your prospects into closed deals. Or if you just spoke about the fact that, I'm sure a lot of your prospects are not converting into closed deals, our product could potentially help with that. If you position it like that, or if you just talk about the fact that prospects are not converting into sales, that will open a conversation, because that is a pain point for the sales leader. Third example, for a recruiting firm, let's say you're talking to a company, and the company is, they're struggling because they're getting way too many unqualified interviews. The problem here is they're interviewing anyone that applies without vetting them. However, you can't say that, because they will say, oh no, we're looking at their resume and we are vetting them. Again, they will get defensive if you point out the problem. On the other hand, if you point out the pain, by saying something like this, a lot of the times companies are not able to hire because many of the interviews they take are unqualified, which wastes the hiring manager's time. So if you tell this to a hiring manager, they would immediately nod in agreement, because that's what's happening. They're wasting a lot of time talking to people who are not qualified. So now you open the conversation. So hopefully this video helps. Key takeaways: talk about the pain, not the problem. First, you need to understand the pain and the problem for your industry, for your prospect. When engaging the prospect, especially early on in the sales process, always talk about the pain and not the problem, because the pain is where it hurts for the prospect. They don't care about the problem, they care about the pain going away. So the problem and then the eventual solution, that's for you to bring up later in the sales process. But in the beginning, talk about the pain, focus your messaging around the pain, and you will see much better results from your outbound campaigns. You'll see much better results from your sales process. You'll see that leads are much more responsive to you if you're able to implement this perspective shift in your processes and in your messaging. Hope that helps, and I'll see you in the next one.